Today is the 31st of December in the year 2025, and this day marks the last day of the year, and also it ushers us into the new year, which is the first day in 2026. So today I am here and I am very pleased. It is not just a privilege, but it is an honor for this opportunity to speak into your life and to share and empower one another as we travel majestically into the new year. And so today, the caption of my message to you is, in the year 2026, be the God that you are. I repeat, in the year 2026, be, act, and live as the God that you are. All human beings are the incarnations of God. It is the Spirit of God that has individualized itself into all of us. And so all of us put together, we form the universal consciousness that we call God. And therefore you are a God. And for all these years, we have been living under false identity. The last thing a man or woman wants to acknowledge and to declare is that he or she is a God. And for that matter, we are living a false life and we are not realizing our full potentials. And so in 2026, this is the year of we affirming, claiming, and declaring our true identity, living as gods, doing what God is doing or what God does. And so in 2026, you are to declare yourself, you are to declare and affirm your divinity as a God on earth here. And if maybe you might have not actually thought of it, or you are not aware of it, but permit me to remind you and also to lead your mind to this fact. Every human being is a unique person because it is the Spirit of God that has individualized itself into you. And so you have your unique identity. Whoever you are, there will never be another person as you in this world, even when you move on into the other world. There will never be a repetition of you, and there can never be a carbon copy of you. Your identity is unique. And as human beings, we speak and we proclaim ourselves. And therefore, every human being always say, I am this, I am this, I am that. So no other person can declare that I am for another person. If I am to declare your I am for you, by law and by the fact that you are a God, I must change the words into you are. And in that case, I am not declaring your divinity. I am not accessing it because I cannot assign it to myself, but I'm only describing it. It is you alone that can put your hand on your chest and say, I am. And that is a clear indication. That is a vivid explanation to who you are. You are a unique person, a very powerful individual, carrying the presence and the Spirit of God. And since this is who you are supposed to affirm and declare this identity. And it is only when you declare and affirm this identity, you allow the presence of God, the Spirit of God that is in you, to move you, to animate you, and to do things that God does. And so we are not here to be dominated by our circumstances. We are not here to be controlled by our circumstances, but we are here to turn our circumstances into higher level of life. And that is what we call evolution, progress, development. And this can only be done by realizing that you are a God. And the primary work that God does is creation. God is continually creating, but He's creating through you, all of us, for we are the gods ourselves, you see. And so, in the year 2025 or the past years, what we have done moving into the new year is to write long list of resolutions. Now, none of the resolutions has ever worked because we are looking for power. We are looking for inspiration. We are looking for knowledge and understanding from the wrong source or where it does not exist. Your power, your knowledge, your understanding, your wisdom lies within you. And it is only when you discover this within yourself and use it wisely, purposefully, then that you become, you discover yourself. Then you realize your full potentials, you see. And so, as we prepare to enter the year 2026, you are not going to write a New Year resolution, or even if you are writing any resolution, it should be just one statement, and that is you making a declaration of who you are, that you are a God, and therefore, moving forward, you are going to think as a God. You are going to act as a God, and you are going to do what God does. It is only when we take up this mental attitude and we purpose in our minds that we have a role in this universe. We have a contribution to make in this world to the development and advancement of the human race and the world at large. Then that we will be able to do what we are supposed to do here. And so any human being that is living under false identity cannot do anything. You are paralyzed. You are restricted. But as a matter of fact, you are not restricted. You are created in the image and the likeness of God. You are God on earth here. You have no limitation. You have no restriction. What you can do has no limit, except those that you put upon yourself. It is only when you accept some things as difficult that they become difficult to you. It is only when you accept some things as impossible that become impossible to you. But if you see everything as possible, for you are a God creating this, and therefore you are co-creating with a higher power that has no limit, all things becomes possible. And that is why we say with God all things are possible. You see, we know this. We acknowledge this all the time. And so in 2026, we are going to live as gods and work as God, and then do everything as gods, looking for opportunities through our challenges, taking every difficulties, every situation that we are confronted with, looking at it and analyzing it through the eyes and the minds of God. And then we cooperate with the higher power that we are. And then we transform it into something beautiful and give it to the world that this is our contribution. You have a role to play. So in 2026, it is not about resolution. And it is not about praying to God for God to do things for you. In 2026 and beyond, God is not doing things for you. If He would do things for you, He would have done it for you all these years. But now you've discovered the truth. You've discovered the understanding that you are the God yourself doing things, and you are allowing this God through your parent self to work through you. And therefore, you are going to co-create with God whatever thing that you are looking for. So instead of praying to God, team up with God. Think about everything through the eyes, through the mind of God. See everything through the eyes of God. That is positivity, living as a free and independent being, creating and shaping your life. And so in 2026, You are not to be paralyzed by any situation, any condition, but you are to take your true self, your true identity, and let it be your power. Let it be your dominion over all conditions. And with it, all of us put together, we will transform our lives. And as we transform our individual lives, we transform our collective lives. And as we transform our collective lives, it expands to the whole world. That is when we also become part of the movers of the world. And so 2026, my encouragement for you is have a new perspective, have a new understanding, and develop a new concept about yourself and God. You are not separated from God, and God is not different from you. You are a God here. And if we look at our lives in this world, people who believe that they are God, they are doing what God is doing. If a man can take another person and power him to the moon, that means the person is more or less a God. If a man can operate his fellow human being and take out things and make him healed, that means he's acting as a God. Those people are not powerful than you. It is not about the academics, but it is about the belief that some people had, and what they have created, they have trained other people to mimic it. All medical doctors and other things that are doing operations are not actually doing the work themselves, but they are working through the thoughts, or they are following the thoughts of some people that believe that they are God. So they laid out the formula for them to follow. You too can create another formula. You too can create a new way of life, a new thing in the lives of people. And that is what we are doing. So in 2026, have it in your mind and believe in yourself that you have no limitation. You are a God. God has no limitation. Anything is possible in your life. You can be, do, and have anything. But it depends upon you claiming your divinity, affirming your divinity, living and acting and thinking as a God that has no limitation, but has the power to overcome every challenge, or has the power to create his or her life in the way that he or she wants. You see, and so that is my encouragement, and it is my dream. It is my dream that you will be awakened to your own powers, and all of us working together as a unit, we will make a difference in this world. And so in 2026, I repeat once again, and I remind you, be the God that you are. Think as the God that you are. Act as the God that you are. And then live as the God that you are. Transform every aspect of your life with the power, with the understanding, and the confidence that you are made to do that. It is your divine right. But it is not a privilege. It is your divine right to do, to be, and have anything to transform your life. And so 2026 will be a year of progress. Once we have identified our true identity and we are moving in the right direction, you are not going to pray to God for God to do things for you, but you are working cooperatively with God to co-create the life that we want. And all of us put together, we create a beautiful and a wonderful life. I pray and I wish you all the best in the coming year. And I know that you will be led, you'll be guided, you'll be directed by the infinite wisdom that lies within you to continue to move in the right direction. That you will no longer give away your power to anything, but you will claim your power and then use it wisely. And as we all do that, all of us will bring the glory, the beauty, and the power of God on earth here. And that is when we say, indeed, we came into this world and we have been part of the creation process of the universe. We will look back at the end of the year, and all of us will put our hands on our chest to declare that indeed, yes, indeed, this is what we have created. This is what we have made. This is what we have brought into the world through the power and by the help of the God that lies and animates us. Thank you, and God bless you.